Okay, guys, come on in the room, come on in. I need to make a phone call now. Y'all probably don't know what I'm finna do, so you probably new to the channel, because if you don't know I make phone calls sometimes, then you new. That's okay. Just sit back, relax. Okay, so let me, child, this was a lot tonight. Okay. Hey girl, good. You answered the phone. Listen, check this out. I'm glad you took my advice and you did that apology, right? Okay, so yeah, you apologize, right? But when you made that song, it kind of wiped out that apology, yeah. And you know what? Guess what? But if they were gonna fire you, and I guess, rumors say that, you got your contract and stuff, but Chris can probably take your place, because tonight I thought he was auditioning for the show. He was gonna get a flute. He gonna be the house husband, because yeah, he did his thing, because he was going in hard too with the tears. I really didn't see nothing, but okay, but we'll go with it. All right then, girl. Okay, I'll talk to you later, because I don't need you to drag me. All right, bye, girl. Hey you guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Kourtney, and my husband Eddie is not here because he doesn't do the Housewives of Potomac review with me. So let me tell you what this channel is all about. This channel is about us, Kourtney and Eddie. We do relationship topics, reviews, and right now I'm doing the Housewives of Potomac. So if this is your first time joining, go ahead, sit back and relax. Welcome to the co-ed family. Welcome. And go ahead and subscribe. And if you're watching us via Facebook, make sure that you like and follow. And on all social media sites, comment down below. I know y'all gonna do that anyway, but let me tell you something over here. I don't know if y'all act like y'all get paid from Monique or Candace, because y'all go hard and heavy for them. But let me tell you, I'm kind of like a Karen. I'm just pretty much neutral. You know what I'm saying? I call it like I see it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong. So, y'all gonna go ham in the comments, but just, be respectful. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, it kind of opens back up where the last episode where Candace was walking away crying, and she walking back in. Actually Chris was talking to her husband, and he was just basically saying that, how long are you gonna let your emotions control you, this situation control you for the rest of your life? He was like, just chill out, breathe and just let it go, pretty much like I was saying. And so he was trying to make her laugh. She kind of got herself together, and she went back out there. One thing that Monique did say, that, when Candace pointed her finger, kind of like waved her hands, in her face, it took her back to her childhood, and she just kind of snapped. And she went down later talking about this part, but she said that Monique started crying, and she was saying that her daddy used to put his finger on her forehead or something like that, and it kind of took her back to that stage, and she felt like, that was disrespectful, and she started crying. Now, once again, and I'll say this before, I can't tell nobody a timeline on when your trauma should end, your mental, emotional. I cannot say that. Can I voice my opinion? Do I think that some people are adding a little sauce to it? Yeah, I do. I think that Candace sometimes add a little extra sauce to it. And then too, I think that Monique is also adding a little sauce to justifying what she did. These are just my opinion. Like I said, y'all go ham in the comments, which I really too don't understand. So it's like anybody getting a check from either one of them because of your opinion. And I understand your opinion is your opinion, but you have to also respect mine. So let's go back up to this part. So Anna read a comment from somebody and said, why didn't you get mad at Karen, talking to Monique, when she said that she would, if it was her, she would press charges? And the person said it seems like a double standard, and I would say it is. Now, I think that the ladies, except for Gizelle, maybe and except for Robin, maybe and except for Wendy, okay, that leaves just Candace and Monique. I think that they have, except for Ashley, I think that they have a certain level of respect for Karen. I do think that they have built a bond and a relationship off camera that we probably don't see. And I think that there's just a respect for Karen. So Karen, from those ladies, don't get a whole lot of flack. So yeah, yeah, I think it is a double standard. But you know, they said they talked about it and they moved on. Okay. Now the question was asked: did y'all think that legal actions was too far? You know, and they asked that question, and Robin said, yeah, she thought that she didn't think that, you know, she knew it was a fight, but she didn't think that legal actions would be taking place. And Gizelle was like, well, I didn't want the girl to go to jail and nothing like that, you know, just maybe do like an ankle bracelet or something like that. But none of them wanted her to, you know, be in the slammer. She got kids and stuff like that. And Candace expressed her point of view when she was like, well, you know, she got kids. Why is she acting like that? You know, she was traumatized, you know. And so, you know, I think Candace really and truly wanted her to do time. And so I guess she couldn't understand why the other girls didn't want, you know, she was the one physically harmed. So she did apologize. Let's get down to this. Now, Monique did apologize. She said she apologized for causing her the trauma that she did. And to be honest, I thought it was sincere. I really did. Did it come with tears and all that stuff, whatever? No, it didn't. You know, don't have to. But I think that it was sincere. Again, now Candace did say, you know, yeah, you came a whole year late. You know, you were still retweeting. You was doing all this stuff on social media. So I can't see how it can be sincere because your goons, I'm going to say your fans, came for her. And saying all this stuff like she deserved it. I've seen it myself. I've heard it on different videos of vloggers and stuff. So I've heard it. I know that a lot of people are very biased when it comes to, you know, their YouTube channels. And I personally don't watch people that are team whomever because just team what's right. You know, it wasn't right. And I'll say it again. I don't care. It wasn't right for Monique to put her hands on her. And she said it tonight. It wasn't fair. She said the stuff that that she did, she took it out on her. It had nothing to do with her. She had a flashback and she apologized and I accept it. But when you make a song called Drag Queen, and Layla Lynn TV, y'all go follow her if you're not. She talked about it before the show actually came on, because now a lot of stuff is coming out. And yeah, I saw it on Monique's Instagram where she got a song coming out. I was like, what is this? And I think she said it'll be releasing tonight. And when Candace read the words from that, she was like, well, you know, I would believe your apology, but you made a song called Drag Queen. And she pulled out the words on her phone and she began to read them. And she said, it's about me. And Monique said, it's not about you. The therapist said, you know, you need to, you know, of course, apologize to Candace. And so she said, due to legal actions, I can't verbally call her or contact her or whatever. And she was like, well, what do you do when you're, you know, trying to get things out? She said, I normally write songs. She said, okay, well, write a song. She said, write a song. I don't think she said make it. You know, it's one thing, you know, I'm a person too where I can write down my feelings and how I feel. And, you know, I have kept stuff and haven't nobody seen it. I wrote it to myself. I wrote it to God. I just kept it. But you didn't have to write it and then release it and then promote it and then and let everybody know. And even I think when Layla Lynn was saying it, she even put on her IG about this plot. Now let's go back to this plot. I don't know. Now, you know, Chris and Monique stand in it that there was a plot set up for Gizelle was the head of it, saying that they was going to release this information and saying that, you know, Monique was with her trainer. I don't know. You know, Gigi, she never attacked Gigi. Why you attack her? She the one that said all this stuff. I'm just saying. But I just don't know about this plot thing. It don't make sense to me. You know, are we just going by what could have been said, what should have been? I don't know. I don't know if there was enough to, you know, warrant it, putting your hands on somebody. And again, once again, you know, and I'm sure y'all will tell me if I'm missing something, because y'all love to tell people what they is or ain't doing and what they should be saying and not saying. But I just don't know about this plot. I just don't. I don't know. And even if it was, like, did it ever come into pass? Or y'all stopped it? I just don't. It don't make sense to me. It just don't make sense. I do understand Candace came out on her IG and said that, you know, yes, it was a plot. Or maybe she used the wrong words, or maybe there was a conversation saying that, you know, we're going to try to do this, whatever. But it seems like you should be mad at everybody. You know, are you mad because Candace said it? Like, I just don't understand the fury behind Monique's anger just at Candace instead of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like Gigi and Sharice, I just don't understand. But anyway, like she said, the anger wasn't toward Candace. It was built up of a lot of stuff, which, okay. Anyway, so Monique explained about, you know, the drag queen thing and said it wasn't about Candace, but I'm like, okay, girl. Like, okay. And Candace like, girl, stop playing on our intelligence. We know it's all about us. But somebody said, well, Candace, do you think that you got a slick mouth? Do you think that excuse me, y'all. Do you think that sometimes the stuff that you say is warranted? Like, you provoke this? And Candace said, yeah, I do have a slick mouth. I am quick with my words. I say certain stuff. And she said, and, you know, and I apologize for that. You know, and it added to what happened. She did admit that. So now let's move on to, they got on to Karen. Okay, so the question was asked by a show of hands, do y'all think that Karen took Monique's side versus Candace's side? And the hands showed, everybody showed their hands. Two people, Ashley and Candace, said that, you know, me personally think that Karen was trying her best to be neutral. And I think that she do have a tighter bond with Monique, being that she was on the show with her longer than Candace. So, you know, their bond is more stronger and tighter, and they have a longer friendship. I'm not sure, 100% sure, if Karen trusts Candace as far as information. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't think that there was I don't think that she was being biased toward her. So let's move on past that. Candace is still, the question was asked about this part, about Karen inviting Monique and Candace to her wig launch. Or her wig, whatever it was called. I don't believe that Karen was trying to put them both together at the same time. Come on, let's be real. You can tell she wasn't doing that. You know, it's just that she was just trying to go ahead and invite, you know, Monique, okay, come on. As you can tell, she rushed on out, and then, you know, Candace came later. So, you know, and she just basically putting the woman in a bad place, and they know that they doing it because everybody else was team Candace, and they know that Karen was in the middle of them. So, you know, they knew what they was doing. They just trying to, you know, frustrate the woman. And so she was like, you left your own thing. She said, I can do that. It's mine. I can do that. So, she, you know, it is what it is. Don't agree with her leaving. She didn't have to let them run her out. She could have said what she said, and this is what it is. And, you know, just stand in it. The question was asked, is Candace still taking meds? And I think she did nod her head and say, yes, she's still taking meds from the incident. So let's move on to this part, because it was a very emotional scene. So Candace asked Karen, let me ask you this question. Why did you go to Bravo and try to get me fired and say that you felt threatened by me? And Karen said, she said, because you said that I was going to burn in hell. I was evil for what I did. And Karen said that I just wanted my friend to get help. Like, I guess we didn't see this on the show, but I guess it was just at a bad place where I think Candace sent Karen a text message, a private text message about something, and you know, they had some words and everything. And so she said she tried to go to Bravo to get her fired. Karen said she didn't try to do that. It's in our clause that if somebody needs therapy or somebody needs help, then, you know, we will get them help. And that's basically what she was trying to do. She said, I was trying to do that for my friend. She said, I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you go through all this. And Candace said that you were evil and you were blaming like Robin and Gizelle for what Monique did. And she posted her tweet up. And Karen said, I care about you and I want you to get help. Candace was like, you don't care about me. I don't think that you care about me at all. Karen said, we have got to stop tearing each other down. This part was a lot. And I know I kept getting their names, Karen and Candace, mixed up, but this part was a lot. It was very emotional. And we know that Candace is a crybaby. Like, she cried during this whole thing. Like, this 3 parts. And I think on the second ones when she started crying. Or she might have cried all 3 parts. I don't know. But yeah, so we don't really know about this part. But it seems like, Karen put it that she said she felt threatened by something that Candace said about, something. And she said that was not a threat. I don't know. It was like, something about, I didn't even write that part down. But she said it was not a threat. And so she was like, girl, I just want you to get help. It just seemed like you was in a bad place. I want you to get help. I care about you. And Candace was like, I don't think you care about me. I don't think you care about me at all. I think Candace is fighting for Karen's attention. I think as a friend, she's fighting for her to be on her side and not Monique's side. I think that's what the struggle is. Come on, let's be real. I think that's exactly what the struggle is that she's fighting for that attention. She's fighting for that favor that she's showing Monique. So that's where all of that is. That's called a thing. And so Karen just said, I wish all of us can stop tearing each other down. We're beautiful women. We need to stop doing that. And they say it seems like with all this emotion that you guys got, seems like y'all have a very genuine friendship, and y'all need to salvage that. I can tell it's not fake, all the tears, all the emotion, all the screaming and stuff. He said, I hope you guys can get back to that. Now let's move on to the husbands. Okay. So, honey, the husbands come out. I think some of them husbands were trying to get one of them flutes or whatever, them glasses, whatever they hold. Think they hold a wine glass or something. Y'all know. All right. So Andy is asking Chris. Now, they doing a little small talk, and stuff like that. Talking about Michael Jordan and one play, Michael Jordan one game, blah, 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 blah. I ain't writing none of that stuff down. Wasn't even important. All right. So now Andy was talking to all the husbands. And I know he knew Chris was a little irritated even before he got out there. And so I think Andy did it on purpose just to see, what Chris' temperament was and everything. Chris meaning Monique's husband. So he asked him, and asked Chris about Michael Jordan. But Chris was like, listen, I don't care nothing about that. Listen, I'm trying to get to these lies that's been said about my wife. I said, well, that went left, honey. And he was looking straight face, honey, like, okay. I said, oh yeah, honey, he finna get a fluke, whatever them things is. So they're talking, and Ray said that he wasn't trying to be that open about his feelings. They're talking about, the different stuff that happened on the show, and the incident with Karen, and Karen about him being not in love with his wife, and he tried to explain that and everything. Ray said that he didn't have to I'm sorry. Yeah. He said that he wasn't madly in love with her like he did 25 years ago in the beginning. So that's what he was trying to explain to that. I don't know if he was trying to clean it up or what, but he said that he was trying to say he wasn't madly in love with her like he was in the beginning. And so that's where that part came out. He was just trying to clean that up. And they was talking about, he said, well, how do you feel about Karen saying that, you ain't have to pay the money back or you had to pay me back? And so he was like, that's fine. She wouldn't get that money back anyway. And he was like, listen, one thing about Karen, she was very spoiled. She ain't never had to pay no bill for a long time. Karen, she had her own credit card bills that I paid. She did this, she did that. She said, I told you I was spoiled. So he was letting her know, listen, I've been footing the bill, taking care of you, being your wife all these many years. Like, so you don't have to worry about that because, yeah, I done did a whole lot for her. So now it's her turn to do something for me. If I need help me out. So I guess that's basically what Ray was saying. So let's move on to this Chris and Monique. Chris, okay, so they did a flashback where Chris was on a live and he said that, that if he was Bruce Jenner, he wished that he was Bruce Jenner so he can come down and slap the, I guess, Gizelle and Robin or the girls or whatever for, having this plot against, his wife. Basically saying, that his baby was not his baby. It was the trainer's baby. So, and he said that, if he was female, he'll slap him. So Andy brought that up and Chris apologized for that. He was like, I was wrong for saying that. I do apologize that though. And Gizelle, of course, she's in her feelings because of the receipts that Monique brought out. So now she couldn't really bring them out on Monique like that because she ain't had no ammunition. But of course, now she's gonna use her husband. So, she was dogging Chris all night long under her breath, telling him to sit down. She bought her bodyguard, girl, but ain't nobody for him. She bought her bodyguard that because she felt threatened, I guess, by Chris. So, brought him out there with a girl. You could have kept that money, honey. Like stuff, girl, bye, stop. And he did apologize and all that stuff. And he also said that he was upset about the plot. And he tried to apologize and he got ready to stand up. Now, it seemed like it was like Chris, I think his name Bassett or something like that. Chris, Candace's husband. They were actually having words because they said something about a blogger being paid. I don't know who that blogger is. Y'all drop down in the comments, tell who that was talking about. But a blogger, which was a male blogger, that y'all friends with and stuff like that, or y'all support or whatever. And he was talking about their children. So Chris and Candace, I guess Chris' children, because Candace and Chris ain't got no kids together, but, was talking about their children. So they said that y'all support this blog. And so, Chris was like, I don't support who? We ain't got nothing to do with that, or whatever. So Chris was trying to stand up because it seemed like, people were just having these sidebar conversations and his point wasn't getting heard. So I thought he was standing up just to get his point. And Candace was... Excuse me, y'all. Gizelle was like, sit him down. Get the bodyguard. Sit him down. He's standing up. Sit down. Overly doing it. Gizelle. Really overly doing it because I didn't think that Chris was fixing to do anything. But afterwards, seems like that Chris was talking about something else. So, Gizelle was like, somebody need to say that. And she was cussing up on her breath. And, anyway, she was just taking that stuff out on Chris because Monique just pretty much embarrassed her and shut her down. I'm just saying. So let's move on to Robin and Juan. The question was asked, are you and Juan ever going to get married? And she said, I don't know. Probably not to me. Probably not. I don't know. They stay together like, I don't know. I hope so. But to be honest, I do think that they are engaged. I do think that Juan wanted to do it. But I also think that Robin needed a storyline to be on the show, because she ain't got nothing else going on. So I don't know what next season will hold for Robin, but I don't know. But anyway, I think that she did speak up a lot in this season. But she said that they are working on building a house and, she wants to have a destination wedding as soon as this, is gone away, this pandemic. Talking about the hats and Robin not letting Karen be a part of it. She said that the hat that Karen was wearing is, not the best seller. And they was like, ooh, that shade. You first didn't put her on. And then Karen was saying that, you got to hunt to try to find the ladies on the website because the girl's not even on there. So it's just, I think that Robin was totally shading her, to be honest. I really do. And they also talked about, how is it that Robin was in debt to the IRS and earlier, when the thing was happening with Ray, she was making fun of them. And now the same thing happened to her. That's why you got to be careful what you talk about when you're talking about people, because you could be in the same boat. When Robin was saying, well, I was just talking about how did Karen not know? It really didn't make sense. Just say, girl, I apologize. I'm sorry. Now that stuff happened to me. I'm sorry. Let me move on. Andy asked Chris about Juan. asking Robin to marry. He was like, I don't know. He said, I'm just trying to get down to about my son because I don't want nobody talking about my son. And Robin was like, I wish Juan was here. I wish Juan was here. I don't know. Did I miss something? Like, I do understand, yes, nobody was talking about, nobody was talking about your son, like Chris. He needed an opportunity because it seemed like he ain't getting his point out. So, they called on him and now he can speak. So now. But she was like, I wish Juan would. I ain't understand that part. Like, did we miss something? Did they misedit something? I don't understand it. Why she was saying she wished Juan was here. And that just was, whatever. So Chris pretty much walk off. They was listening to him, but he was walking off because it was just getting too much. He was like, I play chess, not checkers. Okay, Chris. All right. So they moved to the fight with Chris and Michael. Y'all, let me tell you something. I really truly think it was a good thing Mike didn't come. Michael Darby did not come to this reunion. I think he need to stay out of this filming forever. Just have an excuse not to be there. Period. Have an excuse not to be there. Do not film. I don't know if he signed a contract to film, but he just don't need to be there. Period. Nobody wants to see him. So he was saying, Chris was saying, which is Candace Chris, that he was saying that, he was trying to protect the ladies because Michael always disrespects the females on here. Period. He disrespects Ashley. He disrespects the females. And he was saying, I remember when Chris had got into it, Monique's Chris, a couple years ago and was just going off on Michael. And so I don't know if they had got into a fight or what. But he was just like, and Ashley, of course, takes up for Michael. Like, why? I understand that's your husband, but it is what it is. And Chris shut all that down. He shut all that down. He said, I'm tired of Michael. He just disrespect the ladies on this show. And Ray said that, he not a fan of Michael either because Anna was going around asking. He was like, he not a fan of Michael. Like, nobody's a fan of Michael. And then he asked the question. He was like, actually, you even got into a fight with Michael, like verbally, and then went on vacation that next day. She was like, yeah, because we talked about it and everything. And so, we squashed it and moved on, girl. I know people in the comments say that, Ashley not going nowhere. She here for the long haul. She just trying to give Michael money, whatever. She, got those 2 children. She going to be straight, blah, 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 blah. But, is it worth it to look foolish in front of everybody? Is it worth it not to? And she was just saying, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I don't believe it. You need to be because you're pregnant and you need to stay in a happy place for the sake of the baby. But I just don't believe that you're the happiest you've ever been. I don't. I just don't. Again, that's my opinion. Ray asked Robin, when are you and Juan getting married? And he said, because I want to renew our vows, our 25th anniversary. He said, I want to renew our vows. I don't want to do it on the same day. And at that point, Karen was like, oh my gosh, do you really, Ray, want to renew? And she got up and she hugged her husband and everything. So she was like, oh my gosh, I know our marriage has been, turmoil this year. And we had some rough patches and everything. But I didn't know that he really truly was thinking about doing it. I wanted to do it, but I didn't know he was thinking about doing it. So she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So she's happy. I'm happy for Karen. Y'all know I'm team Karen. And so I'm not team a whole lot of drama, even though Karen even got her moments and stuff. But, so she was excited that her husband is, trying to, get things back together. Chris has his moment. Monique's husband. He has his moments where he's finna get his peach. Oh, that's Atlanta. I'm sorry. I didn't watch that show no more. He trying to get his flute. But yeah, Chris said that his wife is a strong black woman. He's very proud of her, and he gets up there and gives her a hug and everything. And he said, through this season, she been through a lot, trying to defend our family and trying to, make sure that people know that, this is my son and everything, and, fighting and stuff. And I love her. I love you, baby, and blah, blah, blah. And the other ladies mumbling under their breath and stuff. And yeah. I think that was a bit much. I really and truly, to be honest, I don't think that was real. I think that Chris just wanted a moment to just, you know, put the scope on Monique and just kind of lift her up in a sense. You know what I'm saying? He could have did all of that at home or whatever. But yeah, I just think that he just needed a moment. But I don't think that it was, you know, like per se real. It could have been a little scripted because it just didn't seem. And then when they showed his face, everything looked dry. So anyway, but yeah, so that was pretty much the end of it. Eddie, that's my husband, child. That's my husband, Lord have mercy. Not Eddie Wendy husband, Eddie my husband. But Andy said, y'all just bear with me. Y'all know sometimes these words just be, names be coming on out my mouth. You know, sometimes people like, oh my gosh, she said this, she said that. Get over it. Like, I'm not on TV getting paid for this, okay? I'm doing this because I want to. I appreciate y'all watching though. Andy said that they were sitting there 11 hours. I cannot imagine. Sitting there that cute, Candace crying. You can still see the lines in the her makeup from the tears. Like 11 hours. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. And Chris and Chris had a moment. They did hug it out and they did talk. And you know, they said, you know, even said out there, you know, Chris was saying, Candace's husband, you know, he cannot tell his wife, you know, when to get over it. You know, if she wants to have a friendship with Monique, fine. But if she don't, you know, then there'll be, he said, that's fine with him. He just want his wife back. You know, this thing has taken something from his wife. And I'm sure that, you know, she talks about it a lot and all that stuff. He's saying he just want his wife back. And I can understand that. You just not too long got married to this girl. So, and then this happened. So I can understand that for Chris. You know, I like Chris. I like all of them. And one thing you do is you ride for your wife. You ride for right or wrong. You know, you may tell her when she right, when she wrong or whatever, but you ride for her. But, you know, the two Chris did have a moment and they hugged it out. I was like, you know, this our wife thing. But, you know, we always been cool with each other. And I hope and I pray seriously that Monique and Candace can just be cohesive. They may not never go back to where they were, but I pray that they can just be in a cohesive place where they're able to film together. But I hear that, you know, Candace said that she's not going to film around Monique. And I don't know how this is going to go. I really truly don't know how it's going to go. It seems like everybody got their contract allegedly, but allegedly Wendy said she got hers or she got something. So I don't know if they're gonna bring all the ladies back or not. So it is what it is. But yeah, so this episode or this season of Potomac was something to talk about, and so that's why I got on here. I normally don't do these reviews, but I do watch it, but I just don't review them. So all right, you guys. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. But y'all know if y'all don't, you're going to give me a thumbs down and go in the comments and say what you got to say. And it's all good. You know, hey, you're watching. It don't matter to me. You watching. And if you're watching this via Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow, subscribe on YouTube if you want to. Okay, you guys. And I will see you guys on the next video. And if I don't get a chance to see y'all again on my next video, if y'all don't watch, I want to say Happy New Year. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. I did. It was a very special Christmas for me this year. And I was so blessed. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the success on this channel. I appreciate you guys to the highest. And yeah, I hope you guys have a very happy New Year. And I will see you guys on the next video, or I will see you next year. Bye. See ya. Deuces.